for the yurt upgrade. I do apologise straight away for the CAD drawings. Um, it's just an amateur package that I use. Everything is to scale, but obviously all the rendering and such like. It's kind of quite a professional job, and at the end of the day, I'm a woodsman. I deal with wood. I can get along with computers, but this is as good as I can get it, I think. Um, so for a start, I just want to kind of go over exactly what we have got and what it is that we're thinking of doing. So for a start, we've got the 27-foot yurt um, and the boot room here, and then in April we added the changing room. What we'd like to do with the upgrade is upgrade the yurt, and I'll go through the details of that in a minute. Add a fire escape, which is this balcony, and steps to lead off the balcony. The sauna that comes off the boot room, and off the sauna is a small walkway to an open shower. So there'll be 2 shower units in there, or 2 shower heads, I should say. And then the entrance to the boot room and the yurt will be this wooden pagoda. So for a start with the yurt, what we have got as of now is we have got a yurt with a polycotton canvas roof liner or cover, polycotton canvas wall with the frame, which is a cedar frame, and a hoop with a PVC covering over the hoop. We've got pictures and such like, if you want to reference how it is now to anybody else. So the idea that we'd like to do is to have a PVC roof cover and larch clad walls. Now the larch will be tongue and grooved. I'll cut the larch from our woodlands. I'll mill it myself, dry it, and work it so that it is 4-inch tongue and groove, and that will surround all the exterior of the yurt with a PVC roof cover, like I've said. Inside the yurt, what we'd like to do, we can get in there and have a look. Inside the yurt, we'd like to have, or we will have, 4 or 3 bay windows that are 6 foot across with 4 windows in there. 3 of those windows will open, and we'll have that in the east, in the south behind the open fire here, and in the west, there'll only be 2 windows, and in the centre will be a doorway that'll take you onto the balcony outside. Now, to do these bay windows means we've got to cut into the trellis. So rather than wrecking a perfectly good trellis, I'd like to remake the trellis, add a larch again to come from the woodlands, and to raise it up a little bit. So at the moment it's 6 foot, it's near enough bang on 6 foot high at the edge of the walls here. I'd like to raise it up to 6'6". It just gives us a little bit more headroom, but also externally it helps to it helps with runoff, and it helps with openings all the way around. As we've got the doorway and the 3 bay windows, if we've got 6 inch above that, then as the PVC roof cover comes over, it means everything can just fold over the edge of the walls really, really nicely, and it just looks a lot, and it works a lot better. It's how I've done my yurt, and it's something I've just worked on over the last couple of years, and it works a treat. So it's not that much more work just to raise it up by 6 inch, and the benefits are really, really good. Now, with this open fire, at the moment we've got a burner off to one side, and it's over to the east down this way, which means that heat over this side of the yurt is going to be quite hard, and it is. It's noticeably harder to get the heat over here. So I think this open fireplace is going to be amazing. Now, hang on a second. I don't know quite what's happened here. Computer seems to be going on go slow. Now, with the open fireplace, it will be a 4-foot diameter bowl with a 5-foot diameter hood, with a 10-inch double skinned flue going through the dome, and that will be sat on a 30mm round slate hearth. Now I've asked Matt, who's a blacksmith local to me. He does amazing work. I've given him these drawings, and he said he can make something absolutely lovely. Obviously this is just a CAD drawing, and you can only make it look so nice with a CAD drawing. He can make it look beautiful. The benefits from having a fire centrally is just going to be fantastic. It'll heat the yurt beautifully, but also be a really lovely focal point for all the participants, during the ceremonies. I think it will work better than we can ever imagine, really. So yeah, I think that's near enough about it internally. Insulation. So what we will do behind the trellis here, we'll use 3mm ply, because it just bends beautifully to the circular shape of the yurt. I'll paint that in a durable ivory paint. Behind that will be multifoil insulation, and this is 19 layers of foil with it's like a lint in between the foil. When not compressed, it's 40mm. When compressed, it can go down to 5mm. So it's quite really versatile stuff. All the joints get taped, and so we start, sealing and creating a proper vapor barrier, which is what we want to create. And for the roof, let's see. There we go. Got a bit more. So for the roof, as we're doing PVC, what I'd like to do is use a 60-layer multifoil, which is the top grade, or the best multifoil that they do. And it means that we're going to be able to trap all that heat and keep it in, which I think is going to be, quite amazing. I've been using the multifoil insulation on my yurt for the last 2 years, and it's just fantastic. And like I say, it acts as a vapour barrier as well. Because the one issue that we will find is, like with anything, if you've got a PVC, say with a big topper, at a festival or a carnival, could be a circus tent, you'll always find that there'll be condensation collecting on the underside of the PVC. The way to negate that is by using a vapour barrier. Now, this multi-foil is a vapour barrier once all the seams are taped with the specific foil tape, and so you stop that warm, moist air from hitting the cold underside of the PVC, and because that's where the condensation will collect. Like I say, I've been using it in my yurt for the last 2 years now, and I don't get any condensation at all. No mould, no damp. Even in the far reaches of the yurt, where the heat from the burner can't reach, there's just no damp issues whatsoever. It's just a really nice dry atmosphere, even if I've been away for a month. Like I am, I'm away from home at the moment, and I know when I go back, I'm not going to walk into a slightly damp atmosphere like you get with most traditional yurts, because they use organic insulations and covers. It's allowed to breathe, but obviously when it's breathing, you're still bringing in moist air from outside, and so it's slightly damp. And that's what I always used to find when I used to come back to my yurt. It used to be damp, but now, after 2 years in my new yurt, it's fantastic. I can't sing the praises of this foil insulation enough. It's really, really good. It's going to be PVC cover, and then the larch clad walls with the 3 bay windows around the outside. As we come around here, one of the west bay window will open up just here onto the balcony, and with gentle set of steps. Now these steps are 1 metre wide. The doorway's 2 foot wide. You have to excuse my flipping between metric and imperial. I think that's what I grew up with. So it means that access out of the yurt in case of an emergency is going to be really easy. You can get 10, 15 people out of there really, really quickly, down the steps and away, which is important, I think. Okay, so next let's go around to what we're going to do very quickly in the boot room, which isn't a lot, and same with the changing room. At the moment we've got open stud walls, so we're going to use the 19 layer foil insulation on the walls covered with 3mm ply. That's going to be in the boot room where we are now, and also into the changing room where we've got the shower, the toilet, the boiler room at the back, and the doorway there. We've got benches. So then we're still in the boot room. We'll nip round. We'll have 3mm ply and insulation, and then into the sauna. Now, I think the easiest way to have a look in the sauna is by having a look on top. So let's nip out, and we'll head over here. So there's the boot room. Let me just take some roofs off so we get a better idea of what's going on. There we go. So that was the boot room where we were, and you can walk through from the boot room into the sauna. Now, the sauna's 3 meters wide, cedar clad, internally, larch clad externally, with insulation in between again. Hardwood benches. I'm going to try and make as rustic as possible. I'll make them really, really nice and rustic. So we've got a really nice, relaxed, organic feel in there. And I think we can comfortably sit. So we can have one person there, two up here, and probably I think we can comfortably sit 10, 12 people, which is going to be fantastic. This dome will be a triple glazed dome. What's that? It's 900mm wide, so it's just under a metre wide. I did think about trying to put windows in, but to this direction we've got the woodland and the public footpath, and out here we've just got vegetation and the ash tree trunk. We won't see much of the tree, and then a bit onto the dance floor. So I thought really there isn't much advantage aesthetically to have any windows inside here, so I thought we'd put a nice big skylight in the top, triple glazed, so we're going to still maintain the heat. Now with the burner, it's a proper sauna burner by a Finnish company. This is the smallest burner that they do, and it's suited for a sauna this size. So it's a standard, what looks like a standard burner, but it's fully insulated all the way around. So we can have benches up quite close to it. I will, when we get round to it, I'll work out the minimum distance of the benches that we can have, and fit those accordingly. So yeah, on top of the burner there's a great big catchment area, it looks like, full of blue stone. So it's a manual. Have a bowl of water, a ladle, and pour your water on, and sweat. It's going to be a really, really nice nice environment. It's going to be hot, I think. Now, after you've had your sauna, there's going to be a small little walkway to an open shower area, which is here. So there's going to be two shower heads in there with timed on-off buttons. So you just hit the button, like in public showers or campsite showers, and we can have those timed for a minute, 2 minutes. This is just more of a shower down, just to close your pores after you've had a hot, relaxing sauna. So it's not for day-to-day showering. That's for the changing room. I've clad the back end of the walkway and the shower because just behind there is a public footpath. So yeah, just for a bit of privacy. And then if we come back around here, we've got the pagoda. This is a very stylised pagoda. I'll be making it out of larch, and it'll all be mortise and tenoned, proper timber framed, with 2 benches either side, and the roof will be clad in cedar shingle, which will come from the woodland again. So it'll be western red cedar that I'll put into shingles, So I'll go over the pagoda, over the sauna, over the walkway, and over the open shower area. So yeah, I think that's mainly it. You know, it's quite a lot. It's a lot to do. It's going to take us a good few months, probably half a year or more, to put it all together. But it's nice that all the wood is going to be locally sourced. You know, there's only one little bit of wood that I'll use, which is a little bit sapele when I make this dome, because as the flute comes up, I had a chat with the company that manufactures these polycarbonate domes, and they didn't like the idea of cutting a hole in a polycarbonate dome. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to make an 8-ribbed dome, and then in between each rib I'll put a double glazed unit in between. So we'll see 8 spokes coming over with double glazed units inside. But those spokes I'll make out of sapele, which I'll get from my local timber yard, for a number of reasons, but mainly because I know it's such a solid wood. I used to have a horse box made out of sapele, and it was just bomb-proof, so it won't move. And when we're talking about double glazed units, it's going to take a lot of weather up there, and it's got to last decades. So we'll use a really good hardwood that I know will last and last and last. But apart from that, everything else will come from the woods, which is a really, really good. In this day and age, it's we need to be kind of a little bit aware of where all our timber is coming from, and actually start taking some responsibility for where we're sourcing, especially myself. I need to be aware of where I'm getting my timber from, and because I've just arranged just come up with a very good arrangement to be able to use larch and cedar, and for every larch and cedar I take out, for every tree I take out, we've put an arrangement in where I'll replant with 5 native hardwoods. So I feel really, 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 really good about that. Kind of I've been in the tree surgery industry for 20 years now, and I've always been able to I've always aimed to be able to use my wood, but now I kind of can come full circle on it, where I can actually specifically or select the individual tree that I want. I can take it down myself. I know the quality of that tree. In felling a tree, I know that it's going to come down correctly, or if I need to bring it down safely without putting shakes into the timber. The quality of the wood is going to be a lot better than what I can find from a timber yard. Got a great guy on a sawmill who's local to me, who's fantastic, and he gets every bit of wood out of the tree, so nothing goes to waste. And any offcuts he has for firewood. So it's really, really good. Okay, yeah, I think I've waffled enough now. Hope I haven't bored you too much. Cool. Okay, I'll chat to you soon. Cheers.